Alright, so these videos are embedded in the PowerPoint, but I seriously doubt they're going to work for anybody, so I figured maybe just play them here. If you take a look at, or if any of you guys had seen any of the flybys of, let's say, the Blue Angels going over the highways and towards the hospitals and things, if you were around those planes, what you may notice is that you can see them a lot longer than before you hear them, because they fly very fast. They can fly faster than the speed of sound. They can fly close to the speed of sound, and it takes time for that sound to reach your ears. So you're going to likely see them before you ever hear them, and then when you hear them, they're pretty loud. So if we take a look at this clip right here, this is a clip of an airplane traveling, and if you notice, it's dead silent on the approach. You don't hear the plane coming, and then all of a sudden you hear an explosion. This thing's called a sonic boom, and that happens when your object travels exactly at the speed of sound. Another example is the ability to fly faster than the speed of sound. That's going to be something similar, and this is actually a Blue Angel flying by, and you're going to notice this thing's going to zip by. You're not really going to hear it until it already passed. And then you get that high chirp. We usually call that a shockwave. So there's a reason these two things happen. And if you take a look at the PowerPoint, hopefully maybe these animations will work in the PowerPoint. If not, you'll see them here. I've already look at what sound waves look like when something's traveling, maybe to the right. But that's not traveling at the speed of sound. When they travel exactly at the speed of sound, if you take a look here, the source moves exactly the speed that the waves can move at. And so what you get is an overlap of all the sound that the aircraft is making simultaneously. And when this reaches your ears, it's going to be that sonic boom, because it's all sounds kind of appearing at your ears at the same exact time. And so you don't hear it, you don't hear it, you don't hear it, you don't hear it, and then it's just going to be a big explosion. This is what the plane looks like when it's traveling supersonic. If we could see the waves, they would look like this. And again, it's going to pass you by before you ever hear it. And then once you get that high degree of overlap, you get that high powered shock wave that you heard with the Blue Angel as it passed you by. So two ways that weird things can happen with sound, and it usually happens with planes that are capable of flying at very high speeds.